Hello everyone, and welcome to Peter Does Games. And we're back in Euro Truck Simulator 2 for the third day in a row. Of course, if you're watching this off the playlist, then that's not going to make any difference at all. But if you're watching my channel, the one subscriber I have so far, if you're watching my channel for the daily uploads, then if you're getting sick of this game, well, deal with it. There, that's my feelings on it. Let's jump into the freight market. It is time to explore a bit of England, I think. So I want to just stay here in the England area. So we can go to Cambridge, for example. Just go down there. Or do we want to go to Birmingham, which is over there? Carlisle, going up that direction. I think we'll just stick with the price per distance and give me the most cash. We'll haul some boric acid. That sounds like it's not in any way risky. Let's go ahead and jump into here. And take my nice beverage, which unfortunately is not Diet Dr. Pepper today. I can live on that stuff forever, but don't get the option to this time. Alright, so let's go get our pickup. It is 4 minutes away in the game. Remember, we are now in England, which means we're driving on the wrong side of the road. So we have to get over into this lane. And we can also do a little bit over the speed limit without getting busted, because now we're in miles per hour instead of kilometers per hour. And let's make sure nothing coming either direction. And at least the traffic is fairly light at the moment, so no real risk of accidents while I get used to the backwards thinking of the British Empire. I say that knowing that there might be some Brits who will want to watch my channel at some point, and you know, I didn't pay attention, but apparently the job didn't have much time on it because it is now gone. I guess we're going to Birmingham then, or do we want Felixstowe? 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 Let's see, 16. Well, this is 16 tons of boric acid, so we'll stick with the boric acid. We'll just go here. So it changed a little bit. I need to start paying attention to how much time is left when I'm getting ready to select jobs. I didn't think that it would be an issue being, 4 minutes away from there. I'll have to actually check the video and see if it really was like that, or maybe if I just hit the wrong button somewhere along the line. Story of my life, hitting the wrong button, dealing with the consequences forevermore. Alright, let's hook that up, and then let's see, we got almost 9 hours before sleep time, and this is only going to take 4 hours and 4 minutes to drive, so we don't even have to rest. And I'm looking at the gas as well. We're not in any danger at all on that, but I'll probably, if we drive past a gas station, just to be on the safe side, I'll probably fill her up. Just because I haven't in a while. So nobody coming either direction, we can go into the correct lane for England, which is the wrong lane for the world. Actually, that's an interesting question that if I was more curious about, I would research. That is, what countries actually drive on the left side? I believe Australia does, and obviously England does, or the United Kingdom. But in the rest of Euro Truck Simulator 2, no other countries are on the left side of the road, so I think it's pretty rare. And with that brilliant observation, let's go ahead and change the topic of conversation and just get on the road. The GPS makes it look like we're going through some malaria germs coming up. It just turned off the edge of the screen there on the GPS, but we'll be seeing them pretty quickly. Yeah, if you've ever seen a microscopic... I can do 80. What am I doing? I'm going so slow then. Ever seen a microscopic slide of germs? That's what this road looks like coming up. So even though we can do 80, I'm pretty confident that when we hit those curves, I'm going to be going way slower than 80. Excuse me. Trying to get hiccups now all of a sudden. I think this is punishment for not recording this video in advance. Today is actually Saturday, and that is the day this video will go up. I recorded my last video 2 days ago, but it came out yesterday. And yeah, it was I needed to take some time yesterday because of fighting the illness I've been fighting pretty much my entire existence of this channel, and getting used to all that stuff. Actually, you know what? I can still stay at 80 on this curve. So yeah. Anyway, sidetracking myself. I guess I drive better than I was thinking I was going to be driving on this. Yeah, so anyway, yesterday was interesting because I did have to work, and our internet went out at work. So halfway through the day, I actually went home and then worked from home because my home internet worked, but the internet at work did not. So that was a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, there is a gas station up here, and I'm going to go ahead and turn into it. Now technically, I don't think I'm supposed to go in on that side, so I go in on this side and loop around. I'll take the inside one because I'm going to have to loop back anyway. Let's go ahead and fill her up. Contribute to global warming. Which frankly, I need some more global warming because it is freezing. I'm sure I'm not going to hit anything. And yeah, I bet you're going to stop and not hit me, right? Told ya. I know, that was kind of a jerk move on my part. But, look on the bright side. He's artificial intelligence. He doesn't really exist anywhere. He is the computer game version of my bank account, which is also artificial and doesn't exist anywhere. So, there you go. So off we go on to Felix Town. So I'm pretty sure this is named after Felix Schellberg, better known as PewDiePie. He lives in England, at least at the moment when I'm recording this. He said on his channel that he's moving to Japan or something. I don't know if that's like a permanent move or just living there every once in a while, because I know he's been there many, many times on his channel, but I also don't know how much of what he says is completely legit and how much is just what is throwing off the media, who are evil scumbags. That's about all I will say on that. So there. Anyway, there's a big old boiled egg sitting on top of a post right ahead of us. That's the worst place to hide your Easter egg, man. I think I found it. Woo-hoo. And to think, all of the stuff, all of my weird banter, all of my odd phraseology and stilted sentences and having no clue what I'm saying halfway through my sentences, all of that comes to you today completely drug-free. I don't do any drugs, don't do alcohol at all. Actually, every once in a while I will have a drink with some friends, maybe once or twice a year. That's the extent of any type of substances, and I am still the way that I am. So I guess this is God's blessing to the universe through my birth. And what's interesting is I'm already getting used to driving on the left side of the road. Like coming around this corner, it didn't even feel unnatural to do that. So it'll be fun after I'm done with the English trip here. The jaunt through the English countryside. Getting back into the rest of Europe is going to be interesting. Trying to get used to driving on the correct side of the road again. That's going to be fun. But if you're paying attention to how these roads are, you can clearly see how old this map is compared to the rest of Euro Truck Simulator 2. Even Germany has been updated more than England has. Let's get over to this lane. This is just evil. I'm gonna do it. La 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 la, you don't know what I'm doing. I am always obeying every single traffic law in this game. This is a lane. I've named it Elaine, therefore it is a lane. And now we'll go back over here. None of you saw what I just did. I was always obeying every single road law in this game. As a matter of fact, I was not ticketed for it, therefore justified. See? That's how that works. It has nothing to do with the fact that I'm impatient and wanting to get this delivery done in 2 hours and 30 minutes of game time, rather than 8 hours of game time behind two slow-moving vehicles. Not at all. Incidentally, I could have pulled into this gas station instead, but since I have already topped off, I really don't need to go in there until it's time to clear the map 100%. Nope, it actually got that. There are a few gas stations on here in the jolly old Great Britain area where you have to backtrack and get back into gas stations to uncover them, but it's not as bad as on the rest of the updated map in terms of how many times you're going to need to go over the same route to hit every little tiny bump that was missed the first time. Apparently this is quite a hill because I am slowing a lot. Granted, I'm in my original truck with the original engine, and probably I might even already have the next level engine unlocked. But if not, I know pretty soon I will. And upgrades are going to be quite critical. Just to have the punch of acceleration and all that. That said, money is the root of all evil. And so I might want to become all evil. And I can only do that by not spending money. I'm pretty sure that was a logically sound argument I just made. There for something? I don't know. Oh, get down to 80. And this is going to be even slower, but how much slower? 48. Okay. I'll say 47 on here. This is one problem. Now, even knowing what the signs are, I don't know what my speed should be because I have to convert into miles per hour from miles per hour into kilometers per hour to match. Which means if there is a quick change of the speed limit followed by a camera, I will be ticketed because I won't know in advance. So like this is 50. I believe that's 80 on here. Yeah. So put that to 80. 50 to 80 is the only one that is like even. So you can think 5 goes to 8. So 50 to 80. Alright, let me see. Oh now we're back up to 97, even though I can only do 90. And it looks to me like they want me to go over to the other lane. I'm guessing that left lane will peel off as an exit coming up on this. I am glad that they've updated the GPS with those arrows, though. When I was first playing, those weren't on there, and you never knew until you got up to about this point. And you go, oh, that lane's disappearing. I need to get over. And then if there's traffic, then yeah, you're screwed. That's kind of cool. It's like a bunch of old haystacks on the right side there. Okay, now coming up, whether this lane pulls off or there's a turn lane, I need to stay in this lane either way because I am going left. And it looks like this lane just peels off. I think that turn lanes are much better in real life to have. In the game, I can kind of deal with it and, you know, go with the flow and figure it out. But in real life, turn lanes are a blessing. We want them. Because you don't want to have to change lanes just to avoid getting thrown off of your current route. I don't know how realistic that aspect of the game is, because I've never driven in the United Kingdom. I've never actually even been to the United Kingdom. One of these days I would like to go, but again, I don't know if this is a realistic type thing for Europe in general, or if it was just when the game was originally produced, they didn't have the ability to put in extra complex intersections and things like that, because they needed to get it done as quick as possible, maybe? I don't know. It could be that this is just how things are in Europe. And if you're a person who lives over in Europe or in the UK, which has Brexited from Europe, I guess, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Let me know how realistic the interchanges are in this game. It definitely doesn't match the US, I'll say that. Although a lot of the DLC that has been produced, like the Viva la France and the Italian one and all of that stuff, the roads that they made in there are much closer to how they are in America. So again, I don't know if it was just as things get updated in the game, it gets closer to more realistic behaviors, or whether it's really how things are in the rest of the world. Anyway, we're only an hour away now, 72 kilometers, so it's basing our speed in England at 72 kilometers per hour. I'm doing 90, so it'd be even less than the hour of game time that it was predicting. And again, I'm not sure how fast time actually goes in this game. I'm thinking it's something like 1 game minute is like 10 seconds or something like that. I'd have to actually time it. And then, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, I'm not sure if it was in Euro Truck Simulator or in American Truck Simulator, but when you're in towns, the rate of time actually goes a lot slower there. Which helps because you're going to be stopped at a lot of stoplights and things like that. But when you're out driving around the rest of the world, like I am right now, where I'm not in a town, then end up with time moving fairly quickly. And you can just see the 1836 right now, and 1837, and now it's 1838. So that's how fast a minute is going out here in the real world, quote unquote real world. So this wants me to get into this lane. And I'm probably going to be exiting up here. pretty soon. Looks like I might catch up to that truck that's ahead of us. I don't think so, because we're exiting pretty soon. I'll probably catch up because of the exit, actually. Since I have a feeling the road is going to be a lot slower once we're exited off of this. So this is the kind of road we call an interstate in the US, and I think it's like the M something in England. Why are we going this slow though? Anyway, that's the extent of my British knowledge. I learned everything I learned about England from watching Doctor Who. David Tennant is still the best Doctor. Matt Smith was okay too. Peter Capaldi, yeah, but you know, he had the right first name. I'll give him that. But man, has it gone downhill in recent years. No offense. I mean, they're not the worst thing in the world. It's still a pretty decent show, but there was just something back when it was David Tennant running around that the show was just a billion times better than it is now. And I say that I actually like Jodie Whittaker as an actress. I mean, she was amazing in what was that one? Of course, now that I want to talk about it, my brain goes completely blank. At the Broadchurch, that's the name. She was awesome in that show. So she's got the acting chops for sure. I actually think it's more of, it's just bad material being given to her in the current seasons of Doctor Who. So, I mean, that's a can of worms I don't really want to get into. But we're almost done with this delivery, and that's really all that matters. Roundabout coming up to get into the correct lane, and I will give this credit. Roundabouts are definitely far superior junctions than the regular T intersections or the crosses that we have in America. Crossing intersections. Objectively, roundabouts are superior in every way, and it would take Americans a while to get used to them. But I really think that we should replace as many intersections as possible in America with roundabouts. Because nothing says controversy like stating my opinion about something that doesn't matter. Alright, let's get this in and park it. Give me my 90. Confirm this is literally exactly the same parking thing that we did the last episode, I believe. So we're gonna try and get it into that little area there. And we want to start curving the back end over. I just missed it. Okay. Let me try it from this angle. because this way I can actually see where that is. I'm going to go out a little bit further. Bump it a little bit further this direction. And now move that over. And done. Woohoo! And we are level 5. Let's continue that. Let's do just-in-time delivery. And check what my current fatigue level is. So I think I have to actually go in and hit that key. So we got 444. It's right. It's a borderline one. Let me see if there's any short ones. I'm not going to take a job because I'm done with recording for today, but do we have anything that keeps us in England? This is the first one. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes, so that'll be good. But it expires in 10 minutes. Dover, 2 hours. This one would also be possible. It's 33 minutes. Again, I want to stay in England for now, so it looks like one of those two. Best bet is going to be the one going to Dover. That said, I'm going to grab it. I'm not going to actually do this job this time around because we're up to almost half an hour already. But I want to grab this job before I lose it. It says it's 4 kilometers away, which is 8 minutes of game time. Yeah, I learned my lesson from the last, from the start of this episode, where I took a job and it didn't exist by the time I got there, and it was really, really close. Say I learned my lesson. I'm going to forget that the very next time that I record. Just you watch. Come on, go, go, go. He's only blocking me because I'm in a hurry. I wish I could go faster legally. I should have gotten here in time. If I didn't, then what I'm going to do is actually just go to sleep and see if there's more British jobs when I get up. So let's make sure I'm here. It still exists. So take that. And it's right over there. Hook that up. And I'm going to go ahead and save and exit the game here. You guys have a wonderful day.